פרופסור לב-ארי, אמנם הנתונים שהצגת נסתיימו בשנת 2000, הנתונים היו עד שנת 2000, אבל החל מיולי 2007 יש תהליך דיפרנציאלי בארצות הברית, אירופה, מיתון מאוד גדול שמשפיע בעיקר על שוק העבודה. לעומת זאת, שוק העבודה בישראל מתנהג אחרת לגמרי. שיעור ההשתתפות עולה מאוד, שיעור האבטלה יורד מאוד. השאלה, האם הדברים האלה שכבר רואים את ההתחלה שלהם בזה שיורדים, חוזרים, והיורדים החדשים לא יוצאים, איך את חושבת זה הולך להשפיע? והאם זה שונה בין אשכנזים, יוצאי אירופה וספרדים? תודה.
Is it okay? Oh, no. That we witnessed many migrations. In fact, they are circular migrations. So I was wondering how you could include that into your data, because what we saw was not only going back and forth from Israel to Canada, but Israel to France, then Canada, then go back, and within the same family, and of course the same person. For instance, the one we have here had been moving many, many times, even going back to Morocco for some time. So I wonder how it fits into your very interesting portrait of migration.
Thank you.
Of integration among the North Africa and the Middle East. And there are different studies that are done in different communities, and they're not all the same in terms of this integration factor. And I was wondering how much that colors and shapes the tapestry in terms of the national consciousness of these groups. Well, in other words, in terms of their transnational identity.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll try to answer in English to make it easier for the woman behind the... For the first question, since 2008, as a result of the economic crisis in the United States, and in addition, Israel made special efforts, as I mentioned earlier, to attract the Israeli immigrants back to Israel by giving them all kind of benefits. And it helped. The average number of returned Israelis each year is more or less, used to be around 7,000, okay? And it doubled it to 14,000. And I did the research on them too, and I realized that they had a very, very good absorption procedure. Most of them were occupied in the labor market, and they were very well adapted. And it's very good for the Israeli government to invest in them, because they give the investment back very, very shortly as comparison to new immigrants, to Olim. And did I answer your question more or less? If not, then later. The next one was the back and forth. Yes, once a migrant is a migrant, the tendency to do it all over again is universal. And the Israelis are not exceptional in this. Some of them try here, try there, go back again. But if they did it before, there's a very, very good chance to do it again, because they have another problem in adapting back to Israel. I mean, so economically there's no problem, but socially and culturally they have problems. The children have problems because their children were either brought here, were born here, and they are Americans or Canadians. And when they come back to Israel, it's not their country anymore. So they report on a lot of difficulties, and they don't get the same attention as Olim, because Olim, naturally, they are new immigrants. And regarding your question on Miami,
It's not Miami. I mean, Cheskin's done a study on Miami, but there's other, there's many, many local communities. And so what's happening is they're starting to be able to identify, because there's a large enough population of North African and Middle Eastern, who are called Arabs,
yeah.
in order to see the differences between the two groups. And I was wondering if this entered any of your analysis looking at their data.
Not exactly, but what I did is that I examined very thoroughly in later researches, and also through qualitative analysis, not only quantitative, not only quantitative, but also qualitative, the relationship between the Israelis, the local Jewish community, and the local non-Jewish community. These are variables that I'm looking into them now and lately. And it's very complicated because I didn't mention it, but the Israelis, they don't really belong to the local Jewish community. There's even a feeling of resentment on the Israeli side. Only those who are for many years in the United States, they are the most absorbed in the local Jewish community. It's not an evident thing that they will be connected, even though the local Jewish communities are very, very strong. I didn't look into the ethnic sub-ethnicity. I have the assumption that among the Asian, African, Israeli communities, there will be a better connection with the Syrian communities or the Moroccan communities of the veteran Jewish local people. That's what I know, but it's very, very interesting. I'm going to look through it. Thank you.
Thank you both. No, I'm sorry, we are short in time, so next session maybe we'll be able to present your questions. I'm sorry. We have to go to continue.